So sometime back, we built a system that would send reminder emails to clients about their payment for their subscription. So in this video, I'm going to, create a system that is similar, but with different, different nodes, just in case you might prefer this variation of it. And this one is going to be connected to WhatsApp as well, just so it will also notify the client on WhatsApp, just in case the client is not on their, their email as at the time, the message was sent out, just so it will give like a two-factor authentication, I guess, for the client. So let's get right into this setup. So for this setup, you're going to need Make. So you sign up on make.com for free. And once you sign up, this is the dashboard that you would see. And you go to create scenario here. This is the free version. So of course, I always create the free version just so you would see how possible it is to create this on the free version. The first module is going to be the module that goes into your database to search for clients whose payments are almost due. And so it will use that to run in the automation. So of course you can use, your database can be a table, it can be whatever works for you. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using Google Sheets. So my trigger is going to be for it to set rows. So of course you go in here and you establish your connection. You search for your spreadsheet ID here, which in my own case, that's not what my spreadsheet is called. My spreadsheet is called comments. So I'm going to look for comment here. Yeah, so this is my spreadsheet, and my sheet name is called invoice reminder. Yeah. So the filter here is going to be clients whose payment status is not paid. So in my case, that is this payment and it's not paid. So I like to be safe and put contents and case insensitive, just in case I did not spell this the exact way I spelled it there, right? Because if not, it's going to, if you put it the exact same way, it's going to drop an error if you did not spell it like small p, small, like those cases is also it's case sensitive, right? If you just make it directly equal to, it's going to be case sensitive. So this word has to be spelled the exact same way. If not, it's going to drop error. So just to be safe, I like to do contents and case insensitive. So you can set the limit to whatever works for you, 1, 2, whatever. So for me, I'm just going to do 1. Of course, if you have clients, if you have lots of clients, you would have to increase your number maybe to 50, 100, whatever, depending on your clientele. So we save this. So the next module that we want to have, in our previous video, we had done the set variable module, which uses that to determine the time difference between when the automation is running and when the client's payment is due. So it will use that to, know how to reach out to the client, which I did show you how to set that up. If you do not know, if you have not seen that video, I'm going to link it in the comments so that you can go and watch it. So for this particular one, we are not really going to do it like that. What we are going to do is to have this row in. So what we are going to do is to have a particular column in our sheet that we can calculate the days remaining. Instead of going to make.com to set the variable, we can simply just do it here. So this is my own column. As you can see, this column subtracts the days from today, right? The day that this due date is up from this particular day, which is today. So it has done that, and it did give me this 9 days, 11 days, and 9 days, right? So that is, so because we already have that established, we can simply just come back to our module here, our make, and then we are going to put a router because we already have our fields that we are looking for. We already have the data. We already know what the day difference is. We already know it's 7 days to the payment, it's 11 days to the payment, it's 9 days to the payment. So we'll just have a filter that sends the message depending on what time, what day it is, or what the day difference is, if you get what I mean. So because I have 11 days and 9 days in my spreadsheet, I'm just going to do that here just so I don't go back and try to update that. But of course, it's going to depend on how you want to reach out to your clients. Do you want to reach out to them in a 7-day interval? Okay, so you reach out 21 days, 14 days, 7 days. Do you want to reach out every 3 days? So you reach out 9 days, 3 days. So it just depends on how you want to do it. That's how you're going to set this filter, right? So what we are going to say is days remaining here. We are going to do a numeric operator here. So it's equal to, we do 11 in this case, and we save this. So for the second route, we say 9 days here. So we say if the days remaining, what am I looking for? Days remaining, that's numeric operator here, is equal to, we do 9, and then we save this, and then we save this. So the next thing that we're going to look for is, because we had said that we want to send it to them with an invoice. So we want them to also see a breakdown of how we came to the total of their, the amount due. So we need to send them an invoice. So our invoice has been created and is inside our Google Drive. If you have not seen the video where we create or we generate rather our invoice, I'm going to link it in the comments. We have an automation that generates those invoices for us, so we don't do it manually. So we are going to go in here and search for the particular file. So we go to our Google Drive here. So what we want to do is search for files or folders. So you come in here and then you pick your connection. So you save this and then you choose your folder here, and then this is mine. So we want to retrieve a file and we want to search. So the query here, we want it to give us something in the likes of invoice. So the query here is going to be how we save this. Let me show you. So it's going to be depending on how we save this. See how we save this invoice for, we put the name and we do PDF invoice for. So that's how we are going to, that's how, you should have a format where you save. You should have a format on how you save, your invoices, so that way it will be easy to query, your folder. So what we're looking for here is invoice for. We add our first name in this case. So the first name is going to be this.pdf. Just to be safe, you would say let's search for the exact match. But in my head, I just used to feel like, oh, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I didn't spell it exactly like, because if you do the exact same search term, it's going to be case sensitive. It's going to search for the exact same thing. If it does not find the exact same thing, it's not going to work. So I like to say name containing the search term, just to be safe in case I made any error in it. So of course my limit is going to be 1 because I'm going to have just one of that particular invoice for the client. So I will save that and I will save this. Always remember to save your scenarios. So the next thing I'm looking for is going to be the module that will download the file for me, because now I found the file, so I needed to download it into Make so that I'll be able to work with it. So I'll go to Google Drive again and I will say download the file, and it's going to select and it's going to pick the file ID from here, and it's going to save this for me, right? So I will save this as usual. So the next thing I want to do is email the invoice to the client. Now I know how many days is remaining for their payment to be due. I have their invoice already. So the next thing I want to do is just to email it to them. So I do email here. I'll do send an email. So of course you establish your connection. And then 2, the recipient is going to be the person that is in our email here. So we have the email address here. So the subject, whatever you prefer, just a reminder. Of course, you have to make it very professional and better. If you want it to be in an HTML format, just give it to ChatGPT and it's going to give you an HTML format, which I recommend because that's going to be better formatted for your clients. So the next thing we want to do is provide our context here, which is this. For me, I just want to leave it like that, and then I save this. So like I said, that we want to add a WhatsApp module that also, notifies them on WhatsApp that, oh, please, I've sent you, something in your email. Please do check that out. Just in case they're not available to respond to the email, they would have that second notification on their WhatsApp, just in case, right? So the next module that we want is the WhatsApp 360 module. So you're going to send a text message. If you don't know how to establish your WhatsApp connection, I have a video on that, and I'm going to link it in my description. So the phone number here is going to be this. So we have phone number here. Of course, your connection has to be right. So we save this. So for the 9 days route, you can completely duplicate the first, the routes that it runs for 11 days into 9 days, right? And just make some changes to the message so that way, if it's running in 9 days, it will still attach the invoice. Or alternatively, you can just send only emails after, the first email that has the invoice. And then in your message, you can be like, oh, please refer to my previous email to see the invoice and, the cost breakdown and all of that. Either way you want to do it is still fine. But for me, I think I want to send only the email and refer them to my previous emails if they want to see the cost breakdown. I think that's what I want to do. So what do I do here in this second module? In this second route, so I come here and I do email. So I'm looking for my email here. So I want to send an email. So establish your connection as usual. The recipient's email is going to be here, and then the subject is going to be a reminder, and then the contents can be something like this, and then you save it, and then you save it here. So of course the next module is going to be our WhatsApp module that reminds the client again of the payment, just in case they missed our email. So we change this to 9 days, and then we save this, and we save this. So our automation is ready. So let's test it out and see what we are going to get. Okay, so let's come to our WhatsApp here and see if we have sent the message rather. So you can see that this message here, like as you can see, so this is working very perfectly. So I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.